everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you? How are you feeling? How is life treating you? Hopefully life is treating you fabulous. If not, I hope things get better. On today's episode of Sandy A7 is cooking. Yes, I have my chef hat on. This is actually like a part two, sort of kind of a previous video I filmed. If you haven't seen that already, that's where I made the pico de gallo. And I made some guacamole. So if you want to watch that, I will link it up here somewhere. I don't know where I'm at because I'm using a different setup. So you can check that out. So today's episode, we're gonna make flautas, or people call them Dorados, but I will show you two different ways. And this is actually a very simple, easy, low-cost meal, depending where you live. In Chicago, where I'm from, we buy these tortillas called atotolico, and when we pick them up from the store, or I picked them up from the store, they're wet right now, they're sweating, they come like this, and they're normally really warm, super warm, like you could eat them right out of the packaging. I throw them in bags to keep them pliable, because they do get hard, and then you can't, hopefully I'll be able to work with them. You can't make what I'm gonna make today, flautas. So these are the perfect tortilla to make flautas. I love these ones. But you use whatever you have available in your area. I know Walmart has a corn tortilla that's similar to this one that they sell. I buy those as well. They're more white. The only thing with those I recommend that you do is you wrap them, you take them like this, you fan them out. You wrap them up in a wet paper towel and put them in the microwave for like maybe 10 seconds just to warm them up and to make them pliable. See, you want them pliable like this. If they're stiff, what happens is when you fold them, instead of doing that, they start to rip. So not good. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to make tacos flautas. So in here, hopefully you can see that, I just have potatoes. I boiled the potatoes with a little bit of salt, and then I mashed them like I would make mashed potatoes, but I want them to be firm. I want them to be like this. You don't want them super soft or like mashed potatoes where they're goopy. You don't want that because they will fall right out of your tortilla. So let me get the pan ready, and if you want to learn how to make my flauta or tacos dorados and dress them up and have one, because I haven't eaten yet, stay tuned. Okay, so we're gonna start the process as the oil's heating up. I will then move you over there so we can finish cooking them. We're gonna go ahead and start making them. You could do whatever you want with this. You can add just potato. Right now I'm just adding potato, but normally I'll cook up some chorizo and I'll add the potato. See how that looks? It stays on there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll them. Oh, and that's it. See, that's what we want. A nice taco. And then I just put them down. Again, we're gonna grab another one. We're gonna add some, and then it depends on how much you want to put in there. You can put, oh, you can also put refried beans in them. Put a nice thick, semi-thick layer of pinto beans, frijoles, fritos. And so I just go like this, and I roll, and that's it. So I'm gonna make a few of these. I'm gonna put them on a plate, and then you're gonna meet me at the stove, and we're gonna get started on making them over there. Okay, hopefully I'm in the frame. I don't know. So these are what we're looking at. These are flautas. See, they're all rolled up. And this is what we're gonna put into the oil. Now, some people use toothpicks to close theirs up. I don't. I just don't. I don't like the toothpick in them. I think it takes too long and it's annoying. So what I do is I take the flauta. See, this is the seam. I hold it with my tongs and I put it on the bottom. And that's all I do. Take again the seam, let's open. I lay it on the bottom. And then same thing with all of them. This one's a little goofy. Again, just have it rolled up. See how it's starting? Because when they start to get hard, they start to crack. And my microwave doesn't really work. So for do with what we have. Again, seam side down. Whoa, I let go of that one. And you can make a bunch of these and then throw, you know, have them ready to go. That's what I normally do. And then you just let them sit and you let them cook. You let them brown up and fry up. You know, it's such a bad way. I went to grab 2 more tortillas so I can show you the difference. This is what I call a flauta because they're shaped like a flute. Then we have tacos dorados, which is just the tortilla. And in your potatoes, you can add whatever you want. You can add butter, you can add garlic, you can add whatever tickles your fancy in your potatoes or beans or whatever. So this one, to me, is a taco dorado. So it's pretty much a taco, and you deep fry it. I don't know if I have room in there, but we'll deep fry that in a minute. So once you see that they're starting to brown, I turn the heat down because I didn't want it to burn. I'm using Weston vegetable oil. I'll leave these for a second. You don't want to play with them too much. As you can see, the seams stayed closed because they went in first. I put them down first and then they fried up hard. We'll let these fry up and we'll be right back. Now that they're nice and toasty, look at that. Nice and toasty, you want to grab your plate and put them on the plate. Normally I have them sit a certain way so that they drain, some of the oils drain out. But that's what they look like. Oh my God, look at that. You can hear them sizzling still because they're so hot. So let them cool off a little bit. You don't want to dress them up while they're hot. And then these are the tacos dorados. So this one is just put it down into the oil like that. Same thing with this one. And let those fry up a bit. Put that one there. So you can hurry up and fry these up. Because I have a hungry daughter. But she also mentioned that I should get merch. And I should get instead of having a Chef Boyardee hat, I should have a San Diego 7 chef hat. Maybe that'll happen. You want to wait till they're not too hot. Because they were sizzling just a second ago. So you take your flautas and you put them on the plate. And I like to let everybody eat like right away. I don't like to have them sit there because then they get cold and they're not good cold. So I already know how Joanna likes her flautas. She pretty much likes everything on it. And sometimes I put some lettuce on it, like as I slice in here like this. Because we like ours diced on top. Or you can get some guac, but we'll do this. So I pretty much cut it up in there. And we're gonna doll it up. So we're gonna put some queso fresco. This is like super sticky cheese. I don't know, but it's salt. Queso fresco has a high salt content. So if you're trying to watch your salts, you can change up the cheese. You don't have to use queso fresco. I do. I like it. And we're gonna throw in some cilantro. And then what I do is I just scrape it. And it's already in little squares. And I throw some on top. And because this cheese is salty, you don't have to add any more salt to this. And then if they want salsa, salsa. And that's what that looks like. And I'll serve Joanna because she's over here waiting to eat. There. Okay, so these are almost done. I turned up the heat on this time. Ooh, that taco dorado. You guys, I wish you were here. This one is a little goofy because, like I said, once the tortilla gets stays out longer, that's what happens to it. They start to like break up, but it's okay. And we're gonna finish that off. While we finish that, I'm gonna make me a flauta. So, plate. Put that right on top. Ooh, they're hot. They're hot. Turn them. This is not, if you're trying to watch your calories, this is not the one to do it. Some cilantro, onion, and some cheese. Oh, shoot. And some avocado. I lick my finger, yes. So that's what it looks like. Oh my gosh. Where's that camera? Oh, right here. And we're gonna try it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I hope you can see me in camera. Mmm. Ooh. It's hot. See the smoke coming out of that? Mmm. So good. Easy peasy. Ooh. Oh my God, I'm burning my tongue. It's just so good. Oh my gosh. The only difference with the taco dorados, I'll lick my fingers. It's hot inside. After I'm waiting. So, the only difference with tacos dorados is the shape. So, this is your taco dorado. And it's all the shape. But I'll give you a closer look. Look at these fried up so good. Now I would not use the other tortillas that I normally buy, which are Milagro tortillas, because they're made a little differently. They are not good to deep fry. So you're looking for like this white tortilla, thin. These are the only ones I'm making. You're looking for a thin white tortilla, and they'll be good. So this is the taco dorado, and then they're super hot. So what you do is you open it. Look at all the steam. Woo! Hopefully you can see that. See all the steam? And then you throw your ingredients in there, or you know, your salsas, whatever you want on there, and you doll these up and you eat them, and they are delish. And I burned my tongue, but it's all good. There it is again. Right. This is the pico de gallo I made in the last video. I'm gonna throw some on here. Oh, it smells good. So again, if you want to see that, check that out. Look at that. A meal, all by itself, just potatoes, tortilla. I even got a spoon, I'm eating my fingers. So good. So, let me know in the comment section if you're gonna try this recipe, or have you tried the recipe, and did you make it a little different? What did you add? What did you make different? Did you add baby beans to it instead of adding potato? Let me know. Also, if you do try any of the recipes that I make, and you take pictures on Instagram or Twitter, tag me in those pictures. I want to see what you guys are creating, or what kind of adjustments you're making to make the meal to suit you and make it your own. So with all that being said, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I know it's a little wacky. I'm using my phone instead of a camera. I want to thank you all for being here. Until next time, hasta laterz.